Hello and welcome to episode 12 of Games on the Road. Our chrysalis creative endeavors endeavor to travel around and learn about new games and share them with you. Today's game we're going to talk about, it's shopping time.
Hi, this is Corey from Chrysalis Creative Endeavors, and in this Games on the Road, we're going to be talking about shopping time, which I got here as I talked with Bob at Hips and Meeples, and we are in Columbia Falls, Montana, just outside of Glacier National Park. Tracy, look, there's the mountains right there. Down the road is Glacier National Park, and we'll be talking about shopping time.
Okay, it's shopping time in a nutshell. So I'll explain the setup first. In the center, where everybody can reach them, are the coupons, and those are grabbed, and you'll notice there's a QR code on each one, and those are grabbed by the first player to finish stocking. You're dealt, I have 6 here, you're dealt 7 cards, and what you're trying to do is get close to the number on the app. Now I'm going to switch sound on and off here. So I'm going to hit next round on the app. It's going to start the next round. Begin the round. Now you'll see here 1670. So you're trying to get close enough, and at least this is one of the game versions. There's actually 5 game versions. This is the one where you're trying to get close without going over. But there are a bunch of other game versions in the book. And the app runs them all. You're trying to get close enough without going over. Now, the challenge is that these are based on the price of the time. So this is a child's wristwatch from 1934. You don't know how much this is going to cost. Well, you might, but at any rate, that's the game, right? You're trying to say, okay, well, a 2016 cookie cutter and a 1934 child's wristwatch and a 1949 aftershave all add up to about 1670 if that's what you're trying to do. But there's a challenge. You don't get to just pick from your hand. You get to pick one card and then pass the rest onto the restock pile, and then you will pick up the restock pile of the that somebody handed you. So as you're passing these around and trying to gather yours, whenever you choose one, you kind of start the timer on everybody else so that they have to hurry. So I've chosen one, and I'm going to turn this on here. And as soon as I've chosen one, I tap that, which starts the timer. And now everybody only has 3 seconds to choose one. So then when you've got all of your cards and you don't want any more, you continue to pass as things come around, but you're closed. You flipped it to closed, and you grab one of these coupons, and then other people continue to play until everybody has closed their shop. And then once the end of the round comes, this little guy comes up, and he's going to check us out. And starting with this player here, we get to check out, and you just use the QR code under here. Beep, beep, and check out. And then each person checks out before it gives any totals. You have to have at least 3 cards, or you can't check out. It'll be an invalid entry, meaning that you can't learn the cost of each thing. Turn my sound off here. And that is basically one of the versions of how to play at Shopping Time in a nutshell. Okay, let's talk Games on the Road ratings for Shopping Time. For cargo space, I was going to go with the wavy hand of indifference because of the box size, but I'm actually going to go thumbs down. And here's why. Let me move the phone here. That's why. The insert, it doesn't add anything. It's just taking up space. Matter of fact, the whole game could probably fit just right here, right? The whole game could fit in that amount of space. So you've got 2/3 of the box that's unused. So for cargo space, yeah, I'm going to have to do a thumbs down. And you could still use the back of the box to put the phone if the checkout register was a double deck size box to hold all this stuff. Table space, I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. I've got this set up for a 4-player game on a half a card table, and I could set this up for all 8 players on this table. We would just not be able to get 8 people around this table, whether it was inside or outside. So, table size, 2 thumbs up. Time to learn, 2 thumbs up. Actually, there's like 4 different game modes that you can play with this, and each of them you can learn in about 2 minutes. Matter of fact, and the app helps you as well. Setup time, 2 thumbs up. You shuffle the deck, you give people their cards, and then you put these little restock tokens between players, give every player a player card, put the coupons in the middle, and you're ready to go. Now, I'm giving this a picnic table, yes. Even though it's a card game, most of the cards are being held in your hand. When you choose them, you can put them down. They're face down. You can put a stack, so you could easily put something on top to keep your stack from blowing away. And most importantly, if the wind blew and shuffled some of this stuff around, it wouldn't ruin the game. You just have to go, okay, let me grab the cards off of the restock that were there. They may have blown a couple inches off. That's fine. You know where they were. Whereas other games with a lot of little pieces that can move around, I would say no. I would say this is a yes. You might want to put something on top of the cards that you have sitting on the table if you're worried about a gust of wind. But otherwise, yeah, I could play this at a picnic table. Replayability, I'm giving it a thumbs up because it doesn't allow you to figure out the costs of each item. Matter of fact, if you try to check out with less than 3 items, the app gives you a bust. So unless you know the numbers behind the app, it's very replayable. And the fact that you never know what the cost of the difference is between a child's wristwatch from 1934 or a sack of potatoes in 2010, that allows it to be really replayable because it is a huge deck of cards. I don't think you're going to memorize which things cost more or less, or especially to get the actual amounts for the cards. So for a 2-player game, I'm giving this the wavy hand of indifference. I mean, it's fun as a 2-player game. There are different game modes. Using the app here to start things out. Let's see here. Oh, I've got my sound turned off. Pass and wait. Pick up and begin. That's fun, right? Even for 2 players. And then at the end, you get to check out your cards using the QR codes. Beep, beep, beep. That's fun. But I think it's a lot more fun. Turn the sound back off. I think it's a lot more fun with more players. So overall, I'm going to give this a thumbs up because this is a quick game to teach. It allows you to do something with that useless cell phone where you have no connection. You can actually use it. And I think this game would be one you could break out at the picnic table when you're meeting new people and have a great time with a game that they probably have never even heard of. And that's a thumbs up for taking shopping time on the road.